Welcome on board of the Lamborghini Temerario, the latest super sports car here from Sant'Agata Bolognese, and that's exactly where I am, at the headquarters of Lamborghini, the production facility. This is where all of our super sports cars are being designed, developed and produced. And there I'm going to talk to our chairman and CEO Stefan Winkelmann to see what he has to say about the company and about this baby here, the Lamborghini Temerario. Let's go. Mr. Winkelmann, thank you for taking some time. I have to ask you some questions here in the Finizione, one of my favorite places in the factory, at the heart of Sant'Agata Bolognese and of Automobili Lamborghini. My question is, you started, if I'm not mistaken, 20 years ago for the first time here at Lamborghini, but the company must have been very different back then, I imagine.
Yes, very different. There was no Finizione like you see here today. It was a two-model company. We had almost no derivatives, so this was the first thing we did to have really a strategy on derivatization for the Murcielago and the Gallardo, and then for sure also Aventador and Huracan. We increased the company, so we doubled the size. We have 3 times even more employees in comparison to 2005. We were much less than 1,000. Now we are more than 3,000. So this is something which is very important to say. We have now a third model, the Urus, which is a very successful car. We hybridized all the lineup with the Temerario, the Revuelto, and also the Urus SE. And the brand is a very important one in the super sports car business, but also in the luxury business. So it's a high value, and the company is really in a very good shape.
And all of those steps in the end come to benefit the people that are at the center of our activities, our customers. How are the Lamborghini customers?
Yeah, next to our employees, which are equally important, I would say that the customers are the youngest, more than 35%, which are below 40, which is impressive. We think that this is going to increase in the years to come. We have a new type of customers, not only in the sense of how they feel socially responsible, but also in terms of sustainability. So all the things we are doing in the company and with the cars, on one hand, for sure, promising more performance, but also less CO2 emissions is key for them. And in comparison to the past, once you buy a car, you buy into a club also. So they want to have a lot of people which are thinking the same, to have activities organized by us or by our ambassadors, the dealers. And this is something which has changed in the last 2 decades very much in favor of this feeling of belonging together.
What you mentioned about the cars, so we now have a fully hybridized model lineup. You see all these wonderful cars and wonderful colors that is now completed finally by the Temerario. Why do we at Lamborghini say that the Temerario plays basically in a league of its own?
Well, we call it in Italian fuoriclasse, which means nothing else, a league on its own. It's a car which is completely new in terms of design, but also in terms of technology. Especially the engine is something which is outstanding for us. It has 800 horsepower. It's a V8 biturbo engine. It revs up to 10,000 RPM, which is extraordinary also in a type of car we are producing here in Lamborghini. Usually you do this only with race cars. Then if you add the battery pack, you arrive to 920 horsepower. So it's really a car which is outstanding. It accelerates from 0 to 100 in 2.7 seconds, the maximum speed at 340. So really something in terms of emotion, but also in terms of performance. And if you look at the design, it's a true Lamborghini, but always different.
Any suggestion if I want to learn a bit more about it?
Yeah, you should call my colleagues, all the board members, so that you have even more information. This would be great.
I'll give them a call. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Hey guys.
Ciao team. Ciao team.
Hi guys, all fine.
Sorry
here.
for the surprise call, but the boss told me I should ask you everything you know about the Temerario. Would you have a few minutes, just a few minutes for me, so that we can go through the main topics of the Temerario?
For sure.
Yes.
We are, like always.
Yes, of course.
Okay, then why don't we start with you, Ruben? Tell us everything that you know about the engine, the heart of the Lamborghini Temerario.
For sure, Tim, it's always a pleasure. And this drivetrain is absolutely fantastic. We have two electric motors, two axial flux machine on the front axle to do the torque vectoring and the recuperation and also the traction. Later on, when we will drive, I will explain you how you can feel it. In the center of the car, between the seats, we have the battery, the high voltage battery. But the heart of this car is for sure the V8, the brand new Lamborghini developed V8 twin turbo engine that is revving up to 10,000 RPM. And this is fantastic because it's a unique masterpiece in the history of automotive. Because we have a turbocharged engine that is revving up higher than most of the natural aspirated engines. And if you come back a little bit, you can take a closer look. The engine is positioned on the rear for sure. We have a hot V configuration, so means the turbochargers are placed within the V of the engine. We have mounted on the flat crankshaft an additional electric motor, so overall we have 3 electric motors. This electric motor is helping to support the combustion engine and providing instantaneous torque and a super linear progression of the power and torque curve. And all this is only possible because we use really the latest state-of-the-art technology. We have a dedicated finger follower valve train, we have very short change to actuate the valve train, we have titanium conrods, so we have a lot of engineering in this engine to make this masterpiece possible. But numbers are only the numbers, you know? It's even better if we drive it. Let's go. But wait a second, to have this masterpiece of engine, you need also the best and most efficient production line. Ranieri, up to you.
You're absolutely right, Ruben. The Temerario is born here, in the same building where all the Lamborghini's iconic models, from Miura to Diablo, including the Countach, were produced. Preserving our industrial heritage was a priority when we decided to design the new Supersport car assembly line. With the introduction of the Temerario, we managed to combine the excellence of our craftsmanship, which is a characteristic of our brand, together with the cutting-edge technologies and processes, creating what we call Manifattura Lamborghini Next Level, a unique production system which keeps always human at the very center of the process, but is adapted for hybrid products and therefore for much more complexity. With the introduction of the Revuelto first and then Temerario, we managed to achieve an expansion of our company footprint to 184,000 square meters. We invest more than 150 million euros in the territory here in Sant'Agata Bolognese. Every single process and every single station on the line are characterized by high technological impacts that helps but never replace the indispensable work of humans. As you can see here in the V8 engine assembly line, V8 which is assembled by hands by our expert technicians before undergoing a cycle of controls in order to offer to our customer the best quality.
Grazie, Ranieri. Performance is at the core and therefore, yes, manufacturing excellence is fundamental, but we're still missing one crucial topic, emotions. Federico, you're such an emotional person. Tell us, why are emotions important for Lamborghini?
Thank you, Tim. When we started with the Temerario project, we had a clear briefing in mind. We want to give to our customer unmatched performance and unique and unmistakable driving experience. With Temerario, we are inaugurating a new experience in terms of engine sound. With a continuous crescendo, which is giving the sensation of endless progression up to 10,000 RPM while driving in sporty mode. This is exactly the feeling that you can experience when you are driving a racing motorbike. Temerario is not only about performance and driving emotion, but is also a very versatile car, thanks to the new aluminum space frame, which make it the most spacious car among the supersport car segment. And for this combination between extreme performance and high versatility, we name Temerario as an authentic fuori classe. That means a masterpiece beyond all the competition.
Yes, Federico. The new space frame of Temerario is engineered with next generation of aluminum alloy and advanced technologies such as hollow casting and hydroforming. This allows the chassis to be lighter and stiffer compared to the previous generation. It's a major technical challenge that combines compact dimension, high performance and everyday usability. In the front rank, you can fit easily 2 cabin trolleys. And it's possible to fit other 2 cabin trolley behind the seats. Perfect for a weekend away for 2 people, without giving up the thrill of driving a super sports car. The interior surrounds the driver with high-end quality material. This is really a true sports car, but incredibly functional. Pure emotion meets everyday usability. The centro stile outdid itself, right, Mitya?
Paolo, I totally agree. So when I'm sitting in the Temerario, I feel deeply integrated. I have a perfect seat position, I have a slim dashboard, and I'm controlling iconic elements. So the first one is every child is dreaming about, to switch on a Lamborghini with the start and stop button. Then when the engine is running, we have what we call the Anima button on the steering wheel. We are changing the driving modes, and then also the graphic design is changing in a very clear way. In the next step, we have here always digital screens. For the passenger, we have the entertainment screen. Also here we have this cool function of the swiping, because you can swipe content from screen to screen. This is a unique feature of Lamborghini. On top of that, now I'm sitting here in a very elegant interior, very nice brown leather with a black upper part. So we are giving the customer a lot of choice for the colors. We are offering 4 different graphic designs for the seats. And how to feel like a pilot in the Alleggerita version, I will show you now. Let's switch to the other car. Here we have the Alleggerita package, where you feel even more like a pilot, because we have here our B-shell sport seat that you can adjust mechanically to the millimeter. Here we have also the door panel in carbon fiber, so we are continuing this lightweight package of the exterior also in the interior. We have much more space, but for us designers it's more important to feel like a pilot. Ruven, how are you set up? For sure you feel like a pilot, right?
I feel already like a pilot. On entry, super precise. Power oversteer, super easy to manage. In this car we have different driving modes. For sure, you have always the option to choose which driving style you prefer. You have 13 different opportunities. For sure, because here we are on the racetrack, you have the 2 driving modes with the maximum fun. So we have Sport, then you have Corsa. In Corsa, for sure, the car is absolutely precise. So it's a really track weapon to achieve the best lap time. So the car is trying to avoid understeer and oversteer as much as possible. And the key for this is the electric front axle. The electric front axle, we have 2 axial flux machines that are used for torque vectoring. And the torque vectoring can be used for agilization, but also for stabilization. And this is, for instance, important, like here. If you drive to a corner, you brake hard, downshift, and then the car is stabilizing. And the car is stabilizing also based on the front axle. And here you see in Sport how fun it is, how easy it is to get the car rotated. You rotate the car and then only you manage with one hand. Look, 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 look. The car feels super compact, and then the next corner. Fantastic, really. And all this with this crescendo. It's really fantastic. It's absolutely amazing. If you rev up, something like this is not existing. 8, 9, 10, next gear. 8, 9, 10, next gear, braking hard. Fantastic. The car is super precise. Corner entry, the car follows exactly your input. Then you decide with your throttle input if you want to go out neutral or if you want to go out in the power slide. Like here, now, power slide. Oh, look, 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 look. Wow, fantastic. It's so easy to control. Also here, power oversteer. On the brake, we did also a lot to have a super precise braking point to modulate even just before the ABS region. You can really modulate the braking force based on your pedal input. This is very important if you drive consistent on the racetrack, because you want to have consistent braking point, you want to feel the ABS region to drive as precise as possible. And I can tell you also the downshifts with the new gearbox, the double clutch gearbox, is fantastic. What a ride! But let me check with you the performance.
Ruben, that looks really amazing. It shows that you had some fun. But, question, what about the driving modes for everyday life? Maybe Paolo can answer this. But Paolo, where are you? We can't see you. Are you still there?
Hi Tim, I was too excited and eager to drive, so I sneaked off in Città. Città is the full electric driving mode, powered exclusively by the front E-axle. The instrument cluster shows only the electric power, the battery status and the range that is more than less around 10 kilometers. It's the ideal driving mode to cross city center quietly and with zero emissions. If I want to recharge the battery while I'm driving, I just have to switch the hybrid selector to recharge and the engine starts immediately and the battery will be restored in few minutes. Now that we are on the open road, I can switch the selector to Strada mode, the perfect setting for everyday driving and long distance journey. Strada is an hybrid mode focused on comfort, efficiency and safety. The Temerario becomes the perfect travel companion. The suspension are softening up the road, the gear shift is seamless and the engine sound is refined, present, but never intrusive. Ruben had a lot of fun on the track and now it's my turn on the road. I turn the selector to Sport and everything changes. Shift becomes quicker and powerful. The car becomes mainly rear-wheel drive, with the front E-axle sharpening the agility and the engine sound becomes bold and immersive. It's an engaging driving experience, thrilling, responsive, but always easy to control. Every turn becomes a moment of pleasure. I'd like to share this moment with Tim. And thanks to the new Vision unit, I can record and share everything. By activated from the cluster the memory recorder, I can capture 60 seconds of pure driving emotion.
So we have best-in-class performance, driving dynamics, technology, comfort. What is missing? What else?
Maybe the design, Tim? Let's have a look at the design. So the Temerario, it's a clear Lamborghini because we have the single center line, we have in front view the inclinated side windows. So these are all the ingredients since the time of the Countach and we will always use. The design mission that we had is to create a very compact car. You can see that it's designed to have the maximum fun to drive. We have a short wheelbase, we have short overhangs. Starting first with our typical Lamborghini shark nose. We always design in a very sharp way. We have as the main signature the hexagon. You can find the hexagon around the car. And everything is starting in a very low way. We have a perfect stance. We took a bit inspiration from our Terzo Millennio concept car, a very long muzzle because we are emphasizing here the look of a mid-engine car. Talking about this fantastic powertrain, we wanted to make it visible like in a motorcycle. We have the direct connection to the high-mounted exhaust pipe. A very technical element looking like a race car with the diffuser and with this volume. Great visibility to the rear tire because we are chopping off to have a short rear overhang, the volume. So and all together it's creating the typical Temerario feeling. So Temerario is a car, as I said, designed for fun to drive. How much fun you can have with the Temerario.
And talking about fun to drive, Federico, would you mind explaining what the Alleggerita package is all about?
Alleggerita, as the name suggests, is 25 kg lighter than the coupe version, and this thanks to the extended usage of lightweight material, like the carbon fiber, which is present in the front splitter, in the underbody panel, in the skirts, rear spoiler, and in the engine hood. But carbon fiber has not been used only in the exterior, but also in the interior, for example, on the door panel and in the footrest. And other many elements are possible to be configured out of carbon fiber technology. In addition, to achieve the weight reduction, the car is equipped with Gorilla Glass side windows, polycarbonate rear window, and titanium exhaust system. Temerario Alleggerita is not only about weight reduction, but is also another level in terms of aerodynamic performance. In fact, this car has a higher aerodynamic efficiency and 67% more downforce than the coupe version.
A considerable quantity of carbon fiber and personalization opportunities.
Yeah, Tim, this is just a small part of the program that we are offering in Ad Personam for our customers. It's 3 wheel designs, a lot of special liveries, and more than 400 colors.
Right, Mitya, more than 400 colors, which are painted in our internal paint shop, as well as seats and interior, which are produced in our new and extended Selleria, operational from October 2025. Creating this content in-house gives us the chance to offer to our customer more personalized and higher quality contents than ever before. And we know how essential this is for our customer. It's what makes the difference.
Okay then, ciao ragazzi, grazie a tutti, thank you for your time, see you soon. I hope, ladies and gentlemen, you enjoyed this digital presentation of the Lamborghini Temerario, our latest super sports car here from Sant'Agata Bolognese. I can assure you one thing though, even if you enjoyed it, there's one thing that is even more enjoyable, and this is driving that car. I'm lucky, I have it here, right in front of the door. I'm gonna give it a go now. I very much hope for you that you will have that chance too in the future. But until then, make sure to follow us on social media for more information on Lamborghini and on the Lamborghini Temerario. See you soon.